So if you have made it this far, this video is sponsored by iCreativeLearn.org. It's the community for African creatives where we learn, we create, and we teach on this platform and be certified in the Adobe XD for Mobile Apps course. It's 3,500 Nigerian Naira. All you need to do is just come to iCreativeLearn.org, register for this particular course. You can register for your account. Once you register for an account, you have a dashboard, and once you have your dashboard, you can literally come to the course link, which is introduction to Adobe XD for mobile apps. You can add it to your cart and you can simply check out. It's 3,500 naira. It has 18 lessons, and once you're done with the lessons, you can you get a course of completion certificate. So it's pretty straightforward. Thank you guys, and yeah. Okay guys, so the first step for this is our splash page, right? I want to believe that we are all familiar with the Adobe XD interface. If you're not familiar with the interface, it's to the left we have our tools bar, right? For XD, there are three things that we're literally going to be doing on XD. We're going to be designing, we're going to prototype, and we're going to share, right? And so that's why you have these three things up to your top left hand corner. Designing in the sense that of course you have to design your application. I mean, from your wireframe to your prototype. Prototype in the sense that your application must go from a user flow, the user flow that you guys have created, right? So it's literally going from your splash page to where you want it to go, to your dashboard, and so on and so forth. Now for sharing, it therefore means that when you're done with all of those two first processes, you will need to share with colleagues. I may want to share today with Ima. If Ima is here, I probably want to be sharing with him, or share with any other person that I know that I'm working with, say project manager, and so on and so forth. So it's very necessary for us to know that these are like literally the three things we are literally going to be doing when we open this particular software: design, prototype, and share. So for design, which is the most important stage of building what we have to build, we can see to our left we have all of these tools. So I'll just go through it. We'll do a quick run through of the tools, and then we'll commence with our application. The first tool we have is our select tool, right? So our select tool is literally used for moving things here and there. You know what we call this particular thing we're seeing over here is our artboard, right? So you can see that our select tool, which is shortcut of V on your keyboard, right? You can see that it is a shortcut of select, which is your select tool, which is V. If you click on V, which is on your keyboard, or I mean, you can literally select your things and move here and there. If you decide to draw a shape, which is our second tool that I want us to look, which is our rectangle tool, with the shortcut is R, we can literally draw a rectangle, hold on V, drag it up and down, which is pretty straightforward. So that makes me cover our second tool. The third tool we have is our circle, which is our ellipse, right? It's literally called a circle. We all know that okay, this can be called a circle, but over here we call it the ellipse tool, which is E for a shortcut, right? So you can literally see that the shortcuts are actually good. They help when you know you want to really make your work really fast. You have to go really fast. I mean, workflow moves very fast when you're able to do Control C, Control V. You're able to just hold V. You're able to hold E. You're able to hold R. You know, all of these tools are already being selected just as I'm just clicking on the shortcut without even clicking on it. The fourth one we have is our what is this tool self again? Our triangle, which is the polygon, right? We also have our line tool. We have our pen tool, text tool. We have our artboard tool, and we have our zoom. So the funny thing is, with all of these tools, these guys are really smart enough to know that we are going to literally be using all of these things, right? We are going to use all of these things, and I really love the way these guys have been able to position all of these tools, just like we have now Photoshop, Illustrator, and all of those other applications that we use. So we have our layers tool. You know what layers mean. Just as we draw things, you see that our layers are being created, right? You can see that all of these layers are being created. So if you are looking for a particular shape that is not being selected, if you come to your layers tool of this particular artboard, you will be able to track it over there. and of course design is there, share goes in there. Just as we wobble around things, you know how all of these tools are being used, and it's pretty straightforward. So the first thing we're going to be doing is our splash page. Now I remember when I said in the last class that a splash page is literally the welcome page, right? And we're not going to be designing the wireframe, our high fidelity wireframe for now, because well, we don't necessarily need it right now, because I want to believe that we all have some sort of level of expertise when it comes to all of this type of softwares. I want to also believe that we are all living the so this is a Netflix, the beginner's stage when it comes to Adobe XD. But please and please, if you are still new around here, please let me know so that I know how I would take you through things, right? So I think we should run with Montserrat as our font and probably maintain this as bold. So this is the Netflix app, right? So the first thing we have in most of these applications is our splash page, and that's why I named this a splash page. So what is a splash page? A splash page just has one thing, just our logo. That's what the splash page has, and the Netflix is themed black. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to click on my artboard, look for the fill, and make this black. And all I'm going to do right now is just going to see how I can copy in my logo here, and voila, that is our Netflix logo. So you can see I'm also trying to make sure that my logo is centralized in a way that it's centralized in the middle. If you're unable to achieve that and your logo is at anywhere of this of the artboard or anything, what you just need to do is just click on it. On the right hand side, you can see that there are two tools that you need here, which is your align tool. So you're just going to align in the center and align what? So the center and align in the middle. It just takes that particular logo and puts it in the middle and takes it to the center. So the next thing we're going to do now is we're going to design our, let's say, our splash stroke onboarding page, because there's a page that would literally just welcome you in, right? So what we're going to do now is we're going to make sure our selection tool is clicked on, hold on Alt and drag to the right. Remember what I said, we are going to click on it, hold on Alt and drag to the right. Okay, so now we're going to make this our sign up. It's going to be like a splash. It's not going to be it's going to be like a welcome splash page. This is our splash page. You can just name this a welcome themed splash page. Okay, so we're gonna have another Netflix logo on the side here. Gonna have that over here because that is what is representing our Netflix buddies. Gonna delete this. So the next thing we want to have here is we want to have if you have the Netflix application, then you can literally guide yourself through this particular process also. So we just had our text tool over here. I'm going to make our text maybe like 12 and push it up here. I'm going to duplicate this for help and privacy. Sorry, 1 second. Privacy. Okay, we're going to make sure that this is now right. So we have a box. We'll also have a box here that will change a little bit. I'm going to find an SVG image and put over here in a little bit. So just guys, hold on with me over here, and we're gonna have a text, centralized text. Let's give this a 21. Centralized text will have something like watch on any device, right? And then we will now have something that has stream on your phone, tablets, laptop, comma, and TV without I'm gonna leave this from bold. We're gonna just give this medium, right? Okay, so now we want to have a sign up looking themed page or sign up button over underneath here. I'm just going to drag this because sometimes I don't just like, I can as well go to a rectangle and just draw something, but sometimes I get really lazy and just want to just hold on alt and drag down. I know that I can resize this real quick to have a sign up of some sort. Okay, so we're going to make sure that this starts here and this ends here, centralize this, and then we're going to give it a red. So that's the Netflix red, right? So we're going to have our sign up looking. No, we're not having a sign up, we're having a sign in. Give this say medium. I'm going to reduce this from 21 to like 18 or 16. Make sure that that is in the middle, and then we're going to have 3 icons for over here. So those 3 icons are just going to be like carousel icons. Now you know what a carousel is. And remember, if you have any questions, please wait for a little bit and I would answer all of those questions. 6:45 on the dot, I would answer all of the questions. So those carousels can be just like this. Make sure that we change the color of this from what it is to this. So group all of this and centralize this. So you can already see it's coming up, it's coming in handy. So remember, we're going to have an SVG image over here. Just hold on a little bit. So we're going to have 3 more pages, right? So sorry, 2 more pages. We're just going to duplicate this particular artboard. It's pretty straightforward. Duplicating, you just hold on alt and you drag to the right. Okay, so we'll have another page that looks like download. 1 second. Download and go. Okay, we can do something else, right? So if you have any questions, just leave them on like the comment section before. If you know you're going to forget questions and stuff, just leave that on the comments, and once I go into that side, I will look at it. And then question time. Okay, so plane, train, or submarine. Okay, so download on the go. Whether you're in the plane, okay, save your data, watch offline. Whether you're in the train, you're in the plane, or you're in the submarine, that's a good selling point. So I feel like these welcome splash pages are like all their like unique features to want to make you sign up, if you ask me, right? So we have a last one, right? So the last one will be how do I watch? Members that subscribe to Netflix can watch here in the app, which is telling them that you cannot just come to this application if you are a newbie, like you just want to sign up, right? So that question that we asked before, so you're already answering people's mind, right? That's part of the experience. How do I watch? Because that's why we're putting that at the end, right? So members, so a quick explanation for that. So members that subscribe to Netflix can watch here in the app. So we're going to make this particular one look okay. You know what we're going to do? We're going to make that one look really nice. Just wait 1 second. Let me do something real quick. Hold on, guys. I want to get like list of movies, so we can have that as like under the we can have that as the background, as like the background image. So we won't even, if we have that, we won't even need to use if we have that type of image, we won't even need to use our SVGs. We can just use that straight up. So guys, just chill. Let me just get that one real quick. Let me get that image real quick. Just calm down a bit. I'm almost there. So I've gotten the image, right, and I've saved that particular image in my desktop, right. It's going to save automatically. So all I'm just going to do is I'm just going to drag it into, you guys will see what I'm, so that's the image, right, that's the image. So I'm going to create another rectangle, right, that is the size of my artboard. Can you see what I'm doing? I want to create a rectangle that is the size of my artboard. So I just created that particular rectangle that is the size of my artboard. So I'm going to drag the image. I'm not dragging the image from here to my artboard. I'm going to drag it from where I downloaded it. Just one quick, let me just show you guys. I'm going to drag it into my artboard. So can you see how I did that? And then I'm now going to put this one, send this one to the back. I can right click and send backward, or I can actually, I can send to the back. So you can see it has gone all the way to the back, gone all the way to the back. So you see, I don't necessarily need this particular SVG, so we can delete this SVG. We can click on this and we can reduce the opacity. Now we can also see that there's a problem with this our logo. There's a problem with this our logo in the sense that this has a black background. So we should go online and look for a Netflix logo, maybe a Netflix logo that is PNG. PNG, there's a difference between PNG and JPEG. If you're not aware, PNG doesn't have background. It doesn't have those backgrounds. I'll show you how that works now. Just watch. So can you see? This particular Netflix logo that I just dropped has no background. So you can see that is PNG. PNG has no background. You can see the difference between the one on top is JPEG. So you can see that that black background, but the one on there doesn't have any background. It's like transparent. So that's the one we need, and that one is called PNG. If you delete that and put this one, I literally did that. So you can see that this works really for our design. You can just bring this one to the middle. 1 second. We're almost there. So we can increase this, because I mean we can decide to increase this to like 24. So let's 26. So let's just try 26. So it's really impressionable, right? Remember, because we don't have that thingy anymore. We can just increase this a little bit. So it has like to 28, opacity of 28. Okay. So if I've done that already, I feel like we should also have that on this other one, so we don't waste too much time, right? So let's just delete these two things that we have here. Deleted, right? So remember, we created a rectangle. Sorry, make sure the rectangle is the size of the artboard. I'm going to duplicate that same rectangle here by just holding on Alt and dragging to the right. Right? So we're just going to go now to where the image is and drag it into the app. Go to the image, drag into the app. Now remember, our image is 28. So there's a shortcut for opacity. Yeah? You guys, you want to know the shortcut, or I should let it go? The shortcut for opacity is you just click on it. So you click on any image. You can click on image. Now you can see that the opacity is 100, right? You can see if the default opacity is 100. If I just on my keyboard while selecting on this particular image do 28, just press on your keyboard 28, it reduces the opacity to 28, right? It reduces the opacity to 28. Please guys, one quick question. If you just joined in here, this is a recorded class, so please unmute your mic. We have this thing around 6:45. We can have a conversation at 6:45 if you have any questions. Thank you. So you see, so we'll just duplicate this our same Netflix logo, and then we can as well delete this one, because this is not needed at all. Okay, duplicate this too as well. So can you see it's already looking very nice. So remember, consistency flows through all artboards. This one was 26. We have to ungroup this because I grouped it before. This has to be 26. Make sure it's centralized, and you have to drag it to like same place where you have this one. So I'll show you how to make sure that all of those things are aligned properly. 26. So in our design, the first one, so this particular first screen is supposed to be on this first red selection. The second screen is supposed to be on this second red selection. So I'm going to ungroup all of these things, make this second one red, and this first one gray. That shows also a sign of this movement in the application, right? So I'm just going to hold on my eyedropper tool. So if I click on this one, I can click over here and select this red. Click on this particular one that is red also, select my eyedropper tool and select this gray. So you can already see there's some sort of transition in this. So you see the first one has a selection of red, the second one, since we're on the second page, has to have a selection of red. The first one now has to have gray. So the third one will also have red. Sorry, 1 second. Remove this. So the third one now will have red, and then this first one can also have gray. So you can see this is our Netflix from the splash page to the welcome splash page. So I'm going to work on one more page, one more screen, right, one more artboard, and then we can now have our question time, because we are moving ahead real fast. So what I'm going to do now is I just want to duplicate this part, my last screen, by holding on. Make sure your selection tool is selected. Hold on Alt and drag to the right. Okay. Now we want to have our sign up page. This is going to be our sign up page. So for the sign up page, a lot of things are going to change a little bit. We don't need this. Okay, we don't need that, right? We're going to delete our privacy, push this to the right a little bit. Okay, we're going to push this to the center also. So I don't know where the center is. I don't know where the center is. Where the center. Remember, that gives you the center real easy. Quick. Just make that big a little bit, right? So I want to have two things over here. I want to have my email address. Enter your email and enter your password, and then you can sign in, right? So I will do that real quick by just selecting, just duplicating this. Remember I told you I'm lazy, so I really like duplicating things. Not like I can't create this again, but I mean, I just feel not laziness, but workflow is actually faster. And when that happens, I'm going to make this particular thing dark gray, right? Really dark gray, because that's what I can see over here. Make our edges 8. So if I make my edge 8, you see what will happen. See, you guys keep looking at the edge over here. Keep looking at the edge over here. If I click on it and I go here, right? I can do it this way. I can do it this way too as well by just dragging it. But I don't like all of those things. I mean, I feel like consistency with the numbers are actually better. And so if I just click over here, click on it, you can see it just does the work by itself, right? So you see it's pretty straightforward, looks Gucci and all of those type of things. I'm going to hold on Alt over here. You can see, so somebody may have a question like, oh, you duplicated this, and then all of a sudden it has gone under. How do I get it back? If you hold on Windows or Command, if you're using a Mac like I am, or if you're using Windows, if you hold on Windows and you hold your bracket sign, so there's a not bracket, but there's like there's actually a bracket, but it's like a square bracket. This square bracket and there's actually bracket, but this one is the square bracket. If you hold on the 1 second. if you hold on the right bracket, I'll show you that right now. So you hold on Windows and this particular one, sorry, let me just show you the bracket. This particular bracket, that's the one I'm talking about, this one. So if you hold on Windows and that, it will bring it to the front of your screen. Not this bracket, oh guys, not this particular bracket, oh, or this one, oh. This one is what I'm talking about. You know, there are two types of brackets on your system. That's like the shortcut for that. So what I want to have here is just have email or phone number. Pretty straightforward, looks Gucci and stuff. So I'll delete this two because I don't really need those two. I still need this one. I'll delete this one, I still need this one, I'll still use that one. So I'm going to select on these two by holding on shift, then alt. Why I've selected both of them, shift is actually to select both of those things, this one and this one. Now I've selected those two, hold on alt and drag down to duplicate. Okay, so now I'm going to just make this password. So now I'll just make this from 12 to just 14 to make it fill up the space a little bit. So there's some sort of, you know, alignment one way or the other. Then I'm going to duplicate this as well to make sure that I have this as show. Right? Sometimes you want to show your password or what is going on here and there. And I'm also going to duplicate this as well. Okay, I'll make a change. I'll alter this thing a little bit. Let's delete this because we don't need this anymore. Right? We don't need that. And we're going to make our sign up button. We're going to drag our sign up button up a little bit. Remember, shift to select and drag all of these things. Now our sign up, I feel like if you look at it with design eyes, if you have a rough an edge of 8 and this one is looking all sharp, there's no consistency. So let's click on it and give this 8. And remember, if we're giving that 8, we may as well give all our other ones 8 round edges, right? Just even if the Netflix were making some alterations, it just gives it. Netflix didn't do it this way. If you check your Netflix app, I'm using an iPhone, you can check it out. They didn't do it this way. They made that one. That one is kind of like black, and I don't like the way the color looks and stuff. So I feel like it pops it out a little bit more if we have this whole red looking thingy right over there. So over here we're just going to have we're going to duplicate this again by holding alt, and you have something like recover password. Okay, I don't know if it's different from what I'm doing is different from Android, or please, because sometimes these applications have different they have different things. We're actually we're almost done with this page so that we can have question time, because we are actually behind time. Trying to ensure this learn more. I see we'll have learn more there. Okay, we'll just drag this one a little bit up. That learn more, let's make learn more bold, because we want it to stand out from the crowd. Okay guys, so the last thing we're going to have here is our back button, right? So like I said, remember, for your buttons you can get material icon. I will show you how you can get material icon, or you can to download. I'll share you resources. I'll share you if you guys have the if you guys did the UI class, you probably would have this. If you are, I'm sure you will have these icons. I shared it one time on the group, so I would share it again if you want me to. It has different icons that we can use for our applications, or you can download Adobe XD plugin. Figma too, if you're using Figma also has that same plugin. It's like an icon plugin for different icons. Okay, so I'm just going to have this particular icon. Now please guys, look at something. I have this icon here, I have this Netflix logo here, I have this help. They are all not on the same line. Can you see? To make all of these things on the same line, I click on one, hold on shift, click on the second one, hold on shift, click on the last one. And then what do? Align middle. Can you see? The help came down a bit. So you can now see that all of these things are now centralized and they are on the same line. Right? So that is 1 second. That is what we have for the Netflix. We have from our splash page to our welcome splash page, which is more like we can actually make this an onboarding. And it's not an onboarding, but it's just welcome. It's like a welcome onboarding page as per watch on any device, download on the go. How do I watch? Members that subscribe to Netflix can watch here in the app. So you have to first subscribe before you come to the app and use the app, and then it now has a sign up page. So I'm going to go to the to our chats now, and if you guys have any questions whatsoever, we accommodate 5 minutes of questions, and then we'll come back to the app and then we'll finish up our application. So guys, I'm with you now. Any questions? I'm back in here. I'm back on the Google Meet. Anastasia, you must have a question. Pelumi, why don't you have any questions? Shy guy, any questions? Mr. Iroko. Anastasia has escaped. Okay, she hasn't escaped. Mr. Iroko, do you have any questions? Shy guy, any questions whatsoever? Please let me know. We have like 4 more minutes now.
I don't have any for now.
Shy guy, do you have any questions?
Sir. Good evening, sir.
Hey, Anastasia, what's good now?
Fine, thanks, sir. So you downloaded the image, right?
Yeah, I downloaded the image.
Okay. How did you get this kind of image? You just said.
No, this particular image I got it from the Netflix. I got it from the Netflix app. It's from the Netflix website itself. I got it from the Netflix website itself. I can share the image with you since you asked for it. You want the? I don't know if anyone here wants the image, but I mean, if you want the image, I can.
Sir, I want it.
Okay, no problem. So I'll share the image with you.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. I'll share it to you as a document, so you can also retain the same clarity. Shaga, do you have any questions? You have like 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes. 5, 6, 7, 6.
Sorry, sir. Sir, did you also download the logo?
The logo. Yeah. So what I do is I go to on my system. I just search the Netflix logo and I right click and copy it. I don't even save the logo. I just if you right click on Google and copy image and just go to your application and Control V, paste it. So just paste on its own. So I don't always download all this kind of images because otherwise my laptop or my system will be very full of images that I don't necessarily even need. Right? So I just go there, I just right click, copy image, come here, right click, paste image. But I couldn't do that same logic for this TV, this movie screen, right? I couldn't do the same logic for that because I wanted to drag it. We created a rectangle on top of the artboard and then we dragged it to it, right? So that's why I can't copy and paste into that particular this thing. So I had to download that particular image. But the remaining ones, I just right click and copy image, right click and paste image. So you just see me sometimes it just appears. You're like, whoa, what happened? Just right click, copy image, and then I just pasted it. That's another one I just pasted from nowhere. But I couldn't use this one because it had what's this thing called? Background. Yeah. So guys, so we have like 2 more minutes. Gordon, do you have any questions? Emmanuel, any questions?
No questions.
No. Hey, Iroko, that's your voice, bro?
No. Yes, boss.
Okay, no questions, Emmanuel. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead. It looks like the class is going on. Cause
Sorry.
yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah. So we have like this recorded about.
Yeah, we have it recorded for the best
Hello?
students. So if you're not interactive in the class, you don't get a recording.
Okay.
Yeah, so if
Okay.
if you interact with us in the class, we'll give you the recording. But if you don't, we would not.
Stop.
Say that.
This is what it is.
Okay, no problem.
This the last one where you did where you aligned the arrow image Netflix and
The help.
yeah, when you align them to to be on the same line.
Yeah.
What did I know you said you shift and you click on them, but
So you click on the first one. You click on the first one first. Then you hold on shift. Make sure your hand is still on shift on your system. Don't leave shift.
Yes.
You click on the second one. Don't leave shift. Make sure it is still on shift. Then you click on the last one.
Yeah.
It is still on shift. Now you can leave shift because you have selected the 3. Some people will just drag. We just hold on the selection and drag. But that one is funny. That one is a little bit trickish because if you have something like this, for instance, here, and you want to drag it, you've selected it and you also selected the background at the back. Do you understand what I just did now? So it's very, very funny.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's actually better for you to make sure you are selecting on it. Hold on shift, still hold on shift, select on it, still keep holding on shift, select on the last one, and then you can now do your normal thingy that you're doing.
Okay.
So that's what you need.
Soft. Yeah.
Okay, guys. So,
I got it.
Yeah. Okay. No problems. Thank you. We're done with like question time now. So please, guys, unmute your mics because we have to like move ahead real quick. So I'm just going to be doing a couple more pages for a couple more screens for you guys, and then I want to believe that we'll try and do some prototypes so that you guys can see how this prototyping thing works, and then I will leave it for you guys to do it as your assignment to complete it, right? Because we're all designing this together, so we're going to do like 3-4 more pages or 3 pages depending on how the spirit is, and then we will commence. I'll leave the rest for you guys to do. So the next page you want to have is just after you sign in is your dashboard page. So your dashboard page is where the main thing happens. And the first thing I want to do is maybe I'll just duplicate this page here. That is any other page. I don't think I need this particular page. I just duplicate this one. So holding on Alt and dragging to the right, I've duplicated that particular page. What I want to do now is I want to form all of the dashboard page that has the home, search, coming soon, downloads, and more. And the funny thing is this particular page needs that icon, that material icon. So please, guys, if you know that you don't have a material icon, please let me know so that I can link you guys up with this particular file by the end of the class. So next thing we want to do now is make sure that we have from the top, we're starting from the top, we have our Netflix logo. They normally have the N, that N logo. So just look for that N logo and put over there, because that's the N. They always have that N logo. So I just pasted that N logo here. Just gonna resize it and bring it over here. If you took my brand identity class, I spoke about why sometimes you have your icons and why you have your typography. So you can see we have the N over there. So the next thing we want to probably be having over here is series, right? Because some people are coming to the site because they want to watch series, and then some people are coming to the site because they are with their babe and they probably want to be doing the Netflix and chill that comes maybe 2 hours, 3 hours type of film. and then some people have their preferences. Okay, I've already saved movies for my babe. I've waited this long, so they want to have something like my list, right? So that's like, those are like the three main stuff you have there. So what I'm going to do now is also with the whole shift stuff that we always do. Click on it, hold on shift, click on it, hold on shift, and click on the last one. Just gonna drag to make sure that this is filling up the space a little bit. Hold on Command G or Windows G to group it, right? If you don't group it, what I want to do will not work, right? So I have to group both of them. Grouping keeps them in the same group. So you can drag it to the right, it's grouped. You can drag it to the left, it is grouped. So I just want to drag everything to the right to just make sure that we are keeping the same fits, same size and the same Gucci-ness around things. Okay, so then the next thing I want to have here is film of the over here that's going to occupy this first layer is probably a film, right? So it'll probably be, I now need guidance. I probably now have to look for maybe let me go to local TV site because I need to now see, I really now need images of films because I can't get that off my head because I don't really watch these things, so I don't know. Please, if you guys have any film site or something, please drop. If you have any film site apart from Netflix that you know that I can go and see like cover arts of films, please drop it on the charts. Don't come and don't talk, just drop it on the charts, please, because I need guidance now to get. I don't really watch films, so I don't know the latest films and stuff. I'll have just saved it. The last one I probably watched was Prison Break, and that was like a while ago. So I just need a. Okay, let me just even search that Prison Break. I don't know. Okay, I think this America coming to America. Yeah, I think that's one latest one that guys have been talking about. So I'll use that as, I'll use the coming to America one as our cover. So what I want to do is I'm trying to look for a dark theme that I can use that will make this look nice. Okay, so wait, let's do it this way. I want it to start from here and probably end there. So I have to download this. It's not that clear. That's another issue, it's not clear. I need to get a clearer one. This is not it. 1 second, guys. Let me just try and see if I can get a clear art of this coming to America thing. If I can get a clear one, then I think this is clear. So chill, I'm coming. So I'm just going to make it slightly dull. What I just did now, please don't try it at home. I did something very, 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 if you looked at what I did just now, I did something very, very, very illegal. I'm begging you guys. Do not try it. So we're going to make
What's that?
oh no, you're not supposed to be talking though. But I did because we're recording the classes. I did but no problems. I did I used this rectangle. If you see, like there was no, it was not fading. So you see, this is too sharp. All right. If you look at this, it's not clear though. But if you look at it, it is too sharp. So I did another rectangle, and I reduced the opacity to 80% to make it look like it is fading a little bit. Now this is something that you can do very easily if you know how to use Illustrator, or like I do, or you know how to use this thing. You can as well do, but it just gives it some sort of slight fade, even if it's not the way I want it to be. Even though this is still very sharp, the first thing is still okay. Actually, let's do it this way. Uh, 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 Still sharp though, but still the same thing I did the other time. But you can still manage it small. Okay. It just gives it some sort of blur effect a little bit though. That's all I did over there. Yeah, so the next thing I want to do now is have a coming to America text over there. It would have been very good though if I could use the coming to America typography thingy. If I could get that, that would have been very lovely, but I cannot seem to get that. Let me see if I can get that. This one has PNG. Let me see. Guys, just bear with me a bit. Let me see if I can get that in PNG. Nah, I was gonna put this on the front. I really need a PNG. I really need a PNG. Yeah, that is PNG. So that works good for us. Okay, so what do I do, guys? I normally search all of these things and then I'll just put PNG. You get, so I just put coming to America logo, then I put PNG, and it came out immediately. So I'm going to have this looking like this as Netflix. Then I'm going to get a text at the side of it. We'll just make this Netflix films, and we'll reduce this to like 12. I'm going to give this say 20. Now let's give this like it's FSC. Okay, let's see 500. 500 maybe 2. 500 is not that bad. Group these two, centralize, break this down a little bit. Right, so you can already see that it is already coming out and looking nice. So there are 3 things I want to have now. I want to have, you can delete all of these ones here. You don't need this really. You don't need this really. Okay, so I want to have a play icon, right? So I have my play icon over here. Remember, edges of 8. Remove our border. You know I have the border. You know I have the border. See the border. The border is there. So I have to remove it. Have our shadow. Now this 8 is looking too curved. So let's just see if 4 works because it's too curved for me. Right? I don't. Oops. 1 second. Who's that? Let's admit that person in. Okay, so I have 1 second. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. So we're going to reduce this a bit, just a bit, just a bit, just a bit. So we're going to have this as our play our play icon. Reduce this a bit. So let's have that as play. Oops, 1 second. Mistake. And to make this bold, make this say like still like word color that can work in 2 ways. No, actually make this black though. We're gonna push this to the side and have that rectangle, just triangle. Sorry, I'm gonna push this triangle to the right. Our eyedropper to eye on your keyboard as just like for a quick shortcut, or you can go here and fill this up real quick by just first selecting on this. So what I normally do is I just like selecting on it, hold on I on my keyboard. If I hold on I, it goes this like a zoomed way. If I click on it, see, it fills this up automatically. If I remove my border and give it a shadow, it looks Gucci, right? So I just select both of them, and that's fine, and group them to make sure that they are all centralized in the middle of the frame. So that looks good, but I still feel like the button looks a little bit too big. I'm more like the minimalist type of guy than the looking all big. And let's give this 21. So this is supposed to be my list. Oops. We're going to decrease this to like 8. Let's see, 33. So 1, 2, 3. 13. Okay. We're gonna push this info here. Then we're gonna have like an exclamation mark. Not necessarily an exclamation mark. You can have like an I, like a small letter I in a circle. I'm just going to do that one real quick. 1 second. So let's just give this 12. Zoom inside our ellipse tool. Leave our border white and push this in the middle. With that. This still doesn't look in the middle like this one. This thing is playing also. It's playing also like this one. Still doesn't look in the middle. Well, we'll have to get an icon for it. I thought I could create an icon real quick. But it's not getting it in the middle. But okay, no problems. It's not getting its thing. It's telling me that it's in the middle, but I know this is not centralized. Or we'll get an icon for that one once we go into the icon library. Okay, so those are like, that's what we have. So we have the play my list info, we have my list on top, we have our films, we have our series. Then this one we have what we have over here, like the first dashboard layer is like just a featured movie that is really doing well, maybe a blockbuster and all of those type of things. Then the next thing we want to have is popular on Netflix, right? Something that will be like they already have, like popular stuff on Netflix. We want people to have variety. I mean, not everyone would really say they like this coming to America thing. I mean, it's relative, right? So it's based on, yes, it is doing good this week. It may not be doing good in maybe like 1 month time, and that will just literally go all the way down. So we can make this 15, right? So remember, guys, when I do stuff, I also make sure that I didn't mention it earlier. I also make sure that it starts. I don't start my text from the end, right? I always like the fact that if I start this whole like Netflix thingy thing on top of it, like the logo that you're seeing here, I'd always start it the any text that I have, right? It's like a guideline. I probably will teach that on the next class on how to use guides to make sure that if you're using Figma, it's pretty straightforward. You see there's like a math sheet, like all those math sheets, and can really help guide you and stuff. So but in the next class I probably will be showing you around more guidelines and stuff. So what we want to have here is we want to have 3 films. Oh my jeez. I want to have 4 films over here. Okay, 3 films actually. Let's do 3. Right. Please guys, I want you to guide me. On the comments, please type 3 films that you feel like I can put underneath, because I don't really know films, right? Please type like those 3 like movies, either series or films, any film, just type 3 so that I can just look for their art and then put them over there while I just design the boxes that they will stay in, right? So we have those 3 over here. One, two. Okay, third one can almost want to stay. Okay, we can just put the third one to just look like this a bit. Right? Okay, wait, let's do it this way. Okay, let's do it this way. I want to drag this one a bit. Trying to centralize things to make sure that we're giving it the touch that we want. Let it stand out, let it look nice, and let it be Gucci. Just gonna make sure these things are looking really nice. Okay, so please guys, I hope you guys have helped me with it though. Then our round edges of 4. Let's give that 4. Then we'll also give it a shadow so that it looks away from the space and stuff, right? Okay, so please, Amazon Prime. Okay, Amazon Prime, IMDb. Okay, Amazon Prime, Amazon Prime, Amazon Prime, Amazon Prime. Okay, thanks man. I think I see something here. TV shows, The Boys. Okay, this looks good. So we have The Boys, we have The Boys, we have The Boys. Okay, I'll download this one. So we have The Boys for the first one. Then I want to remove don't forget to remove your border. So you said The Boys, the first one, and we have, okay, that was a 2019 movie for people that know movies. I can see it there now. We have Homecoming. I can see Homecoming here too as well. So I'll just save this Homecoming. I think Homecoming is a series or something. So I'll save that one too as well. So we're almost done with the class. We'll soon finish. I'll leave the rest for you guys. So please don't worry. If you are rushing, you are in the wrong place. Because we always have stuff to do. And then we have, the last one we have 000. But let's have like something that has to do with love. Let's just have the Hunters. Okay, Hunters. The Hunters is also a TV series. I think so. Okay. Hunters. So you know what I'm thinking? I think we should just drag this. Let's make it a little bit longer. Because it looks like the art of the movies are very amusing. Now, the last thing we're going to be working on is our menu. Okay, and then I'll touch prototyping, and then I'm going to leave the rest for you guys to do. It's very easy, guys. If you have your Netflix application, if you want the screens, tell me. I will send it. I'll get Anastasia to send it to the group. If you know you want it, let us know in the group. If you know you don't want it, that's fine. If you already subscribe to Netflix, then you can simply just download it. But remember, every single weekend we're going to have an app every weekend, right? So we're going to just dissect another application. And what we're going to do is, because we did Netflix today, we're going to try and work on maybe Roku TV. But now the first thing we'll do next week is, or probably during the week, we'll probably see how um we can critique the user interface. Take this Netflix now, or Iroko TV, for instance, as a case study. We'll look at it and say, okay, this is why did they do it this way. We'll talk about it, try and see reasons, so if we can make the user experience better, then we will now start designing. So we'll have a full class, and really, like, we'll all get it from different points of views, right? So we're just going to have our menu. Now remember, guys, we have different type of menus, right? Oh, sorry, someone's trying to join the class. So we have different type of menus. We have sometimes, if you see some applications, you probably would see menus, like 3 menus underneath here, sorry, on top of here, like 1, 2, 3. But for Netflix, theirs is underneath. Why? Because I'm sure they need more space. There's a lot of things happening in the application already, so it's better for it to be under, so it forms like really. So what I just did was I just drew a rectangle. I'm going to make this black too as well, because I mean, we don't really need something else. I mean, you can just leave this as being black. Sorry, 1 second. Let me see something. Let me see if I can increase. I really would want to increase this thing to see if I can get this. Wait, I want to be sure that I am making the right move. If I'm going to push this thing to this side, I may have to also push my logo to the end and push this one to this side. Oops, yeah. So we have our menu here. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is have my home menu, right? It's literally text, and all text, right? It's nothing difficult. It's just text, and text. Of course, text can just be duplicated. I always love duplicating my text because it helps my workflow. So we have home. We're going to have icons to go with all of these things. So we have home first, then we have search, then we have coming soon. The way it is, our icons will even be, we need to, then we'll have downloads, then we have more. So we're going to see how we can make sure that all of these things are like 8, because like on the Netflix one it's quite small and stuff. And then we're going to make sure that from here to here is 29, from here to here is 29, here to here is 29, here to here is 29. I'm going to select all of it, and we are going to group it and centralize it. So you can see it's 29 from here to here, it's 29 from here to here, 29 from here to here, 29 from here to here. We can now ungroup it because we've done all of those selections. So just in case, and then push this down a little bit, not too much, because we're going to have icons that are going to be on top of it. So we need the download button. Let's get to that material icon again. Let's see if we can see an arrow that states download, that goes down. See a down arrow. See, Andrew is not in today's class. Android, we can use this icon, but we can still get another icon, that another download icon. So let's just, okay, see that we can use this one. Yeah, so we can use that one as our downloads icon. This one looks good. And then we need more. So more can just be like a stack. A stack. We can do that with rectangle. I remember in our first class, I was like, we don't need to. So we can have that. We can actually reduce this a little bit so that we can have the stacks looking slimmer. 1, 2, 3. And we can drag it down a bit. Yeah, and we can make it smaller a bit. So guys, you can see that we already, so we'll just hold our shift and select all of these things, and then what do we do? Make sure we align those things, and then we'll obviously align that too as well. So we are already good to go. We are good to go. And our shadow, let me give this like 12. Okay, because it is black, we can't really see our shadow. It would have been good if we could see, but because it's black, we can't really see our shadow. Wait, let me give this 3. Let me give this 25. Let's see if we can see. We can't still see our shadow, so there's really no need. But I'm seeing it on the side here. We don't need that shadow on the side, on that side. We won't be able to see that much anyways, because so guys, this is what we have. See that today we really did some real cool, amazing stuff. So you can see that we have this as our Netflix. So I'm going to leave you guys to go back home and do finish the remaining pages. Now, how do you finish that? Go on your Netflix application and see how you can use what we have done with this particular today's class, and see how you can like replicate from, in fact, this splash page to the remaining pages. So what I'm just going to do now is I'm going to do something which is called a prototype real quick for us that are here. Let's just quickly prototype our application now. So prototyping, if you don't know what prototyping is, I'll pretty just say that prototyping literally just brings some realism to the application. So remember, I said in the beginning, if you join me from the beginning, I said we design, we prototype, and we share, right? So the second stage is prototyping. So if you click on here, where does it take you to? That's the kind of questions you should be asking yourself when it's time for prototyping. Where will it take you to? So if you click on here, it takes me to the next page, right? And that transition can be transition of dissolve. It can be different types of transition. Now let me show you how that works. How do I show you how that works? By clicking on play on the right hand side. Can you see that transition? That is what prototyping does. Prototyping makes it that, okay, if I click on this button, where will it take me to? How does it work? How will, that's literally what we're going to be doing. And then for prototyping, there are different types of triggers, there are different types of transitions, actually different types of animations. So we're just going to we've clicked on this and it took us over here. We're now going to do two things here. If you click on sign up, where do you want it to take you to? If you click on sign up, of course you want it to take you to this sign up page. So we just drag it. It's pretty straightforward. You just drag it, and we're not going to be doing dissolve, we're going to be doing slide left. So if you want to go right in this thing, you have to slide left. You want to go left, you want to slide right. It's like inverse, the same way you're going on your iPhone and you're scrolling down, but you're actually scrolling up. You get, it's like that same type of way, right? So let's see what we just did. Can you see what it did? You clicked on sign up, it took it, like it did a flip effect and took that to the back, right? And it brought our sign up. So we're going to do it we're going to do the same sign up thingy for all of these type of things, for this different our welcome onboarding page. I'm just going to drag it because it's still slide left. See, selection is on slide left. Now we're going to now remember we have these buttons that we have here. We're going to click on it, and ungroup it. All of them. I'm going to click. Okay, these ones are ungrouped. Okay, those ones are ungrouped. Now, remember we're on this page, and that's why we're on red, right? So if you click on the second page, where do you want it to take you to? This place. Now we're not going to be doing transition left anymore. We are going to be doing what? Auto animate. Now you see how auto animate works. Let me not show you now. Let me show you at the end. So now remember, if we're on this side, you may want to click on this one and take you to what? To the first page. So you drag it back. We're still on auto animate, remember. Now the last one, which is this side, if you click on it, where do you want to take to the last frame? Auto animator as well. The second one to the second frame. The first one, oops. The first one, oh no. Let me zoom in so that see this. Let me go the expert. Oh no, I'm not using my magic mouse. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. So the first one. So you see how that works now. It may be confusing a bit, but you see how it works. See. Did you see that? So what changes? Just the how do I watch? Did you see that? So at any point in time, please make sure you're muted yet. We're not talking yet. So at any point in time, if you want to click on sign in, you can click on sign in and it takes you to the sign in page. Okay? It's like magic. Please, guys, I hope we all can see what I'm doing with the prototyping, cause like, you can talk if you want to, cause I hope we're all seeing what I did with prototyping, because I think, oh you can't, oh my Jesus, I thought you guys were seeing. Let me just share my entire screen, please. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't know you guys were not seeing what I was doing. I'm so sorry. Can you see now? Please, I hope you guys can all see. Now, you guys can just talk. I mean, we're the ones in the recording, so please just talk. I hope you guys can all see now, please. So this was what I was doing. If you click on in here, it shows you Netflix. Here's the prototyping I just did now. Click on in here, it shows download on the go. Download and go. Click on in here. How do I watch? Click on sign in. Takes you to the sign in. Right? So now if you click on this last sign in, I want to do something very nice for you guys, and we're going to be using Godwin's name because he's one of our new guys in here. We'll use Godwin, so we'll just replicate this. So for this particular prototyping, what I want to do is I want to put in my email here and my password here. You see it now. Probably put Godwin@gmail.com. And then our password, I'll put 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So guys, watch what I want to do now. Just watch. So remember, prototype. If I click on here and drag it over here, I just need to do auto animate, right? You see what I'm about to do now. If I play it now, you see. If I click on sign in, it already auto animates his name, Godwin@gmail.com, and the password. If I click sign in again, it takes me in to the application. Can you see? That's what prototype does. So you can already see that if we start the application from the splash page, which is the splash page is what? The welcome page, which is this particular page where we have the Netflix logo. We can literally start the app from the beginning. It's the splash page. Watch on any device, stream on your phone, tablet, laptop, and TV without paying anymore. As a user, I may want to slide to the right. Okay, what is there? What else are they saying? Download and go. Save your data. Watch offline on a plane, train, or submarine. Oh, okay, that's nice. I may want to click on sign in now, but I don't want to click on sign in. Let me go and see what they have at the end. How do I watch? Members that subscribe to Netflix can watch here in the app. Okay, I think I'm done here. I want to sign in. Sign in. Shows you email address, password. Okay. So I click on sign in. It automatically autofills our details. Godwin@gmail.com and our password. right? Now I can do another screen. See, this design thing, this particular UI stuff is very fun, right? I can actually do another screen that just does one function. And do you know what that function will be? That function may just be for just show. So how many do I have here? I have one, two, let me just show you. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. 10. Let's try this. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Okay, so if we, what I just did now is if we click on show, I want to take me here. Alright, I'm doing auto animate. If I click on, so this show now will now be what? Will now be hide. If I click on hide, go back to my prototype and drag it over there to hide. Right? So let's see how it goes. Let's go back here, click on sign in, click on show. Can you see it shows? I click on hide, see it hides. If I click on sign in, signs in. Voila. So guys, that is today's class. I will share all I have to share. I'm giving all of you assignments. For anyone that has to install XD, I will for Godwin and the rest, I will send in a link to the classroom. You've left me, I'll also send it to you too as well. If you have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to reach out to me. And the whole group is to help one another so that we can become better designers. So literally we'll be having this every Sundays, and I mean literally as the spirit leads us, we normally would do Wednesdays and Sundays 6 p.m. every time we meet. So for next week, remember what I said, we're going to also look for another application. It may actually even be WhatsApp, it may not be WhatsApp. I feel like we should first take those those really mobile apps that we know that we really love, take them, dissect them, rebuild them, form a good user interface out of those applications, and then we'll all be better as we move ahead. I'm sure this is like our 10th class or like our 11th class or something. We have to start keeping notes of all these our classes, right? Yeah, we've literally been doing this since January, the first week in January. So yeah. So guys, if you have any questions now, I'm going to stop recording now so you can ask the questions. So if you have made it this far, this video is sponsored by iCreativeLearn.org. It's the community for African creatives where we learn, we create, and we teach on this platform, and be certified in the Adobe XD for Mobile Apps course. It's 3,500 Nigerian naira. All you need to do is just come to iCreativeLearn.org, register for this particular course. You can register for your account, and once you register for an account, you have a dashboard, and once you have your dashboard, you can literally come to the course link, which is introduction to Adobe XD for mobile apps. You can add it to your cart and you can simply check out. It's 3,500 naira. It has 18 lessons, and once you're done with the lessons, you get a course of completion certificate. So it's pretty straightforward. Thank you guys, and yeah.